Hey, what's going on YouTube? Too Sketchy coming at you with a few tips I wish I had known when starting Northgard. Remember to subscribe or die, like if these are helpful, and comment down below if you want to add any more tips. And with that being said, let's get started.
Too sketchy.
Number 1, read them animals. Super obvious, I know, but knowing the faction you want to play is the key to success here. Read the clan description, starting, fame, and relic unique bonuses and try to apply them as best as possible in the game. All clans play completely different from each other, and knowing what their strong or weak point is the difference between win or lose. And if you're new, play the bear clan. Number 2. Once in game, you have a choice of 3 buildings you can build, and depending on your preference, there are 4 build variations you can apply here. Northgard is considered an asymmetric game due to the fact that its map is procedural, and depending on the situation, adapting is key. Build order number 1 is the most common build order, a scout camp and a house. This will allow you to anticipate the new villagers who arrive to the town hall and prepare you to scout your surrounding tiles as it's necessary to explore and expand. Build order number 2, Scout Camp, Woodcutter's Lodge. With scouts on the ready and wood being gathered, you are purposefully avoiding to build a house in the first tile, and this does have its advantages, as long as you build a house in the second tile you colonize. We do this because a house and a town hall both convert your population into villagers. The argument here is there's no point in having 2 of the same type of building that do the same thing. Build order number 3, build all 3. Nothing wrong with this. Again, this game fluctuates a lot, being that the map is procedural, and sometimes this build order is necessary depending on the tiles around you. It doesn't happen often, but this could be the safe way to go. Just know that you are limiting your building slots on your home tile, and now only have 2 slots left, unless you destroy them later on by clicking this button. And last but not least, build order number 4, Scout Camp only. Holding off on building anything else means you are inclined on finding a better tile right next to you. Maybe you'll get lucky and find that forest tile, which increases your wood production by 10%. It's not bad. So there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you colonize a second tile and start building a house or a woodcutter's lodge on either the new one or your home tile. All in all, none of these are wrong, and you can always edit the buildings later by deconstructing them, so don't worry, all 4 are valid, especially when you're a beginner in Northgard, and building what is required for each game you start. Continuing on to tip number 3, you've chosen your opening build. High five. Good job, but now let's start clicking on them scouts, making sure you create 2 scouts for double the exploration. While scouts do explore passively on their own and continue to do so until they die for you, or you turn them back into villagers, microing them through the fog of war or the edge of tiles will make them run there and expedite the process. Furthermore, having 2 scouts explore 1 tile increases the timer of exploration. So remember, get 2 scouts and explore the region around you. Get all that intel you can and send them on back home to help you with that economy, because there's no point of exploring everything. You can always send them out later. P.S. You can only scout enemy-owned tiles once you have upgraded the scout camp. Tip number 4. You're exploring and managing your resources. Nice! Now let's help you manage all those Vikings more efficiently by right-clicking on the villager's icon right here, and then right-clicking on whatever task you want them to do, whether it's become a worker, build something, or become part of your warband. Whatever it is, managing your clan like this will not only save you time, but also pull the necessary amount automatically based on their proximity. Trust me, it's not as confusing as it sounds. All it does is pull the first and closest villager available. So there's no need for you to individually click on each one. And as a bonus tip to help speed things out, I suggest building 1 house on each colonized tile, which will help you speed up the process between switching civilians into villagers more efficiently. Tip number 5. Now let's go over some important hotkeys in the game, because an RTS game without hotkeys isn't an RTS game. These will differ based on the platform you're playing, whether it's console or PC, so check your options settings. But on PC, if you press the I key, an overhead display will pop up to give you more information and easy process information based on the tile that you are on. It helps you better understand what each tile can do and or the construction time remaining in one single button press. It's pretty damn handy. Press the E button if you want to select your entire warband for a quick reaction force. Press the B button to open up your build menu to hurry up and build that damn woodcutter's lodge. Also, there are a few more hotkeys on display in the option menu, so if you enjoy, a little bit of finger yoga and you're a wizard, Harry, go ahead and head over there and learn those as well. Tip number 6, we all want that chicka-ching. Money makes the world go round, we all know it. So once your basic economy needs are all in order, the first building to help you fill that bank account is the longship dock or harbor, followed by a trading post or a marketplace. Sailors on a harbor or longship dock will not only get you that money, but also get you some lore and fame depending on what it is you need or want. Merchants will passively increase your crown income whether it's on a trading post or a marketplace. The difference between those two buildings, however, is that in a trading post, it allows you to trade with other known factions, and a marketplace allows you to actually buy resources. So both will make you money once you actually send a merchant there. Just depends on what it is you need more. P.S. If you explore a ruin and or a shipwreck with a scout, that'll actually reward you with a significant amount of change. So, keep that in mind when you need some money. Tip number 7. I'm going to be honest here. This first several hours of playing, I had no idea that you can upgrade buildings or people. Hovering over your town hall shows you what you need to do to be able to upgrade it. Gather these items and upgrade the town hall. Because not only will you increase the population capacity, but also increase the speed at which you receive villagers by 20%. But upgrades don't stop there. Once the town hall is upgraded, every other building you own can also be upgraded. And doing so increases the production rate and open other slots for workers to join the Viking labor. So now you can have 3 woodcutters instead of 2 in a single building. But wait, there is more! Upgrading buildings based on what you need is one way to go about it. But we can also upgrade our civilians and warband. Building a forge and assigning a smith to it opens up a whole new world of opportunities to distribute better tools for each person. I used to think I needed more buildings to be able to expand, but what I actually needed was to upgrade what it is I already had to be able to gather better, faster, stronger. Death Punk. So remember kids, don't build hordes of lodges, just upgrade your huts and tools. It's more resourceful. Tip number 8. Okay, cool. You're getting the hang of it. Not bad, not bad. But how do you actually win in Northgard? While you could totally ram your army down your enemy's throats in hopes of taking over his home tile and being greeted by the victory screen by winning in domination, clicking on this button shows you the current statistics of who's at top of each victory condition. So you don't need to be a combat mastermind to win in Northgard. You can win by wisdom, trade, fame, or conquering a special map tile. So check this screen often and take advantage of it. If you ever see yourself on top of one of these lists, you might want to start thinking about what it is you can do to increase your chances of winning that condition before anyone else. Tip number 9, expanding your economy to flourish is necessary to survive. We talked about houses to expand your population capacity. We talked about improving tools for your Vikings. But what if you need a bigger and badder army because there are dangers out there that prowl the lands? Well, for every military building you own, your warband capacity increases by 2, whether a training camp, skirmisher, axe thrower, or shield bearer camp. You can mix and match however you like. For example, 2 warriors and 4 axe throwers, or 5 shield bearers and a war chief. It's totally up to you, and the clan you choose will help you decide what army you should build. Tip number 10, villagers that did not get assigned any sort of tasks are passively gathering food for you. But don't underestimate the building food silos. These babies not only increase your food capacity, being 500, and a silo expanding on that with 300, but it also increases the food productivity of that tile and workers by 10%. I must stress that it's only on the tile you're building it on. Upgraded silos, however, pump this up to 20%. Again, food silos do not affect the villagers that are gathering food passively. They only increase the productivity of workers. So it's the farmers, the fishers, and the hunters. Feed the troops, boys. Tip number 11, the calendar. Looking at the timeline often will help you prevent from certain death. Not only does it display the time of year, but also warns you of upcoming events. Each box is a month, and 12 boxes are shown at a given time, which makes up 1 year. With this in mind, you can assess your economy and figure out how best to prepare for the winter, a blizzard, or deadly enemies, even sea monsters. Because knowledge is power. Tip number 12, and it's the last tip I have for you, and it's about happiness. Because happiness is what makes people join your clan, and I'm hoping I'm doing that here. So hit that subscribe button. The more happiness you have, the faster you will gain villagers. You can check that progress on the town hall. If you have negative happiness, identify your problem by hovering over the icon. Fix the issue to keep a steady surplus of fresh clan members. All clans can efficiently gain happiness, some in different ways. This goes back to tip number 1, read the animal. Whether it's by a happiness building, like a brewery and getting everyone drunk as hell, or taking advantage of a clan's trait, try keeping your happiness in check. However, what wasn't clear to me as a beginner is that once you have 3 or more people that are wounded, you will gain 1 negative happiness. So, keep that in mind. Alright, boys and girls, that's going to be a wrap from me. I hope you've enjoyed some of these tips and or guides. This is just some stuff that came up while I was learning Northgard, and hopefully they'll help you in the future as you progress through the game as well. If you wanted to pick up this game for yourself, go head over to Steam. If you want to pick up some of these DLC clan members, I do have some affiliate links down below if you want to support the channel and get a clan member or a special clan for yourself. It's one of the 4 links in the description below. Go ahead and support the channel if it's for a good cause. It's your boy, Too Sketchy, and I'm signing out. Peace!
Too sketchy!